Welcome to Penrose Learning, where we make understanding easy.
You start by inspecting your sample and choosing the right model. Why this matters is that CI and PI rely on model assumptions. Once done, compute the sample mean, standard deviation, and sample size for means, or fit your regression and save residual standard error for predictions. Make sure to record degrees of freedom and the desired confidence level, e.g., 95%. This immediate setup prevents incorrect intervals later and keeps your formulas straightforward. You now calculate the numbers. For a confidence interval, compute standard error equals s/square n, find t asterisk for df, then apply mean plus or minus t asterisk times SE to get the CI. For a prediction interval, once you have y circumflex from your model, include extra variance. T asterisk times S times the square root of 1 plus the model's leverage term. Make sure to use the same DF and confidence level for both T asterisk values, and recheck your arithmetic to avoid subtle sign or root errors. You finish by interpreting. A CI gives a plausible range for the population parameter, while a PI gives where an individual future observation may fall. Once done, verify assumptions. If normality or constant variance fails, bootstrap percentile or studentized intervals provide robust alternatives. If results look too wide or inconsistent, check for outliers, transform variables, or increase sample size. One quick troubleshooting tip. If intervals are unstable, run a bootstrap with 1, 0, 0, 0 plus resamples to diagnose whether formula assumptions are the issue.
Thanks for watching. If this was helpful, leave a like and consider subscribing. See you next time.